Hey guys, I am here today with the Love from Lizi November 2019 card kit video. Jumping right into card 1. If you missed the unboxing, I will have it linked below. This kit is still available, so if you're interested, you definitely want to go grab it. I suspect there aren't many left. For it to be available still this late in the month is unusual. So I've taken 2 pieces of pattern paper that came in the kit and attached them together, creating a fishtail end. And then I'm taking some of the peel-offs from my stash. Peel-offs do come in this kit, but the silver worked better with the card I was creating. And I go ahead and attach the peel-off, and that piece you see above there is, I believe, that is one of the decoupage sheets. Now my video, when I was loading it, was kind of weird. So the first card I make is like towards the end, and it'll show you how I put the decoupage pieces together. So I apologize, it's out of order. I didn't show this one because the first card showed it. So that'll come later if you are unfamiliar with decoupage sheets. Again, check out the unboxing because I do talk about them a little there. But that completes card 1, fairly simple. I did add a sentiment to it, actually, when I was done, but I didn't film that part. Moving on to card 2, the kit came with these 2 gift tags, and originally I was like, these are so pretty. I'm actually in need of some gift tags, so I'm going to use them as gift tags. But once I started creating with the kit, I just had to use them for the cards. So I trimmed off the top and then the twine that went with it and just attached the shaker part to the card base, and then I added a bow that came in the kit. And then here are a few of those wood snowflakes that I went ahead and added around it, and that will complete card 2. For card 3, I am using the card. Well, first, this glitter is from my stash, and it's not Love from Lizi glitter. It's Stampin' Up, I think, but I've had it for a while, and it sheds everywhere. It's actually pretty horrible. So sorry for all the glitter fallout. But anyway, this is actually a card that came in the kit. There are 2 of these swans. If you split them in half, you can use either side if you choose not to use it as a card. And I went ahead and cut it off, and it's quite large, but it did fit the A2 size card base. And all my cards are A2 size with the exception of a glitter card base that will be coming up soon. And A2 size is 5.5 by 4.25, once scored and folded. It's just a standard card size that most US card makers use. And that completes that card. I popped one of the little sentiments on there that came out of a punch-out sheet. For card 4, I used the snowflake embossing folder, as you can see, with the white paper. And I attached it to some gray pattern paper. And I'm using these ephemera pieces. And the snowflake you see die cut, that was from the snowflake die cut that came in the kit. And again, I'm using some silver glimmer paper from my stash that has a lot of fallout. Trying to get rid of it. I don't want to just throw it away. It's beautiful paper, but it does shed quite a bit. And again, not Love from Lizi paper. Her glitter paper does not have any shed to it. So went ahead and added that third one. I was unsure if I liked the third one or not, but I kept that card pretty simple and just finished off with that. So for this card, you can see it's a little bit taller, a little bit narrower. This is the pre-made card bases that came in the kit. I don't know, is it A4? Like ours is A2, is over there A4 in the UK? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Well, yeah, tell me down in the comments below. Is it A4? And I don't know what those measurements are, but it's a little bit taller, a little bit narrower. And the kit did come with envelopes that I believe these size cards will fit in. I'm pretty sure. And that's probably why Lizi included them, because they won't fit in our regular envelopes over here in the States. I went ahead and added, this is a very simple card, but I love that snowflake paper, and I went ahead and added just some sparkle Nuvo drops, the clear glitter Nuvo drops that I had in my stash. So here again, I'm like, I'm going to use one of these tags again. So I went ahead and attached the tag to the card. And then I stamped out a sentiment with the stamp set, Merry Christmas, and cut around it. Here are the peel offs that came in the kit. And I'm like, let me pop this, like the ornament is hanging from the top here. And so for the sentiment, I stamped it out with some Night of Navy ink from Stampin' Up. And then I cut it out, just fussy cut out the sentiment. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach it to the card here. And then here are the Nuvo drops that came in the kit that I'm going to add to the card. I don't know what color these Nuvo drops are, but they're ones that dry translucent. So they'll be for the most part clear, but there will be a tint of color. Kind of translucent. I'm tapping it off camera just to kind of level out the dots. And so for card 7, I really did not know what to do with this card, to be honest. So I wasn't even going to show it. I was going to just make another card. But thinking maybe it would inspire someone to do something similar or give them an idea on how they would change it, in turn inspiring them to do a card. I wanted to use these little puffy stickers. They are an add-on. They do not come in the kit. And I wasn't sure if I liked the way I used them. They were adorable, but I just really wasn't a fan of this card. I'm adding an ephemera piece for the sentiment, and I end up taking off that bottom bobble and just keeping with the 3. And thankfully I didn't press down too hard, so it did pop right off. I added a bow, hoping that would help. And then popping off that one on the bottom did help, but I'm still unsure about this card. Like that, I think looks a lot better. But if you have this kit and you use those bobble stickers, could you let me know how you use them? I'm curious. So here, this was actually the first card I made with the kit. And here I am punching out all the decoupage pieces. They are numbered. So it's like A1, A2, A3, A4. And there are multiple A1s, A2s, A3s, and A4s. So here I am sectioning them off, piling them in separate piles. So all the A1s go together, all the A2s, etc. And I'm using some, oh gosh, what are these called? Foam squares, dimensionals, whatever you call them, and just attaching all of the pieces together. And I love decoupage sheets. If you didn't catch the unboxing, I love them. They're so much fun. They create so much dimension. They're a lot of fun to put together. They do take quite a bit of dimensionals, so you will need to have those in your stash. But it really is a cool effect. So I go ahead and attach all of them. There were a few, maybe for this one or the other one, that the pieces were so tiny I didn't bother. I do have mini Stampin' Dimensionals, but some of the pieces were even smaller than that, so I'm like, there's no point. I wasn't sure where that last piece went, his little wing feather, so I just stuck it there. I doubt that's the correct spot. But I go ahead and use some feathers that came in the kit and go ahead and attach them to the back of my little snow globe here. And again, this glittered card base is A4 size, unless I'm wrong, but somebody will let me know down below. And it's a card base that came in the kit that's beautiful. It's all glittery. And I go ahead and attach it to that. And I'm taking glue dots to kind of add reinforcement because the feathers took up a lot of stickiness from the back of my snow globe. And I am adding some more of those wood snowflakes because those were my favorite. Very pretty. So for the next 2 cards, I am using the Silent Night, not September, what month am I? November add-on stamp set. I was so happy I got this stamp set. So I'm on Lizzie's design team. She sends the kit to me each month for free. And each month, she will give me some add-ons. And I saw this stamp set and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that stamp set so much. So I'm so happy that she sent it to me with the kit. So here I stamped them out with some Gina K black algorithm. That's not right. I can't think of it. I don't have the ink in front of me. But it's alcohol marker friendly. and I am coloring them with my Copics. Very simple coloring, nothing fancy, and I did stamp them out on some Spectrum Noir cardstock. Now, the white paper that comes in Lizi's kit is alcohol marker friendly, but it has, when compared to the Spectrum Noir cardstock, it's a little bit grayer than I wanted to use. So the Spectrum Noir is a true white. But Lizi's paper works just as well. I mean, I use it all the time. I usually use it before I go into my stash. And for some of these cards, I did bring in my own white cardstock for card bases because I thought they paired better than what cardstock came in the kit. But, you know, any cardstock that I don't use, I save in my stash. It's always helpful to have different colors on hand. So I used the embossing folder directly on the card base. I really wouldn't recommend this. On the left there, you can see where the folder ended. You know, it stopped so that the left, there's a line that did not get embossed. But either way, still cute. I did cut these out with my Scan and Cut, and I'm just attaching them. And I will use the other two, the tree and the deer, for my 10th card. Popping up this little gingerbread one. And then I'll add a sentiment. Again, people are asking me to do a Scan and Cut video. I do have one from when I first got it. I think it's under the playlist Random Tutorials. But I'm just not as knowledgeable enough to do a tutorial. So I would say YouTube it. Maybe over the summer, when I have time, I will do a video. But don't expect anything soon, unfortunately. So just to kind of add a little character to this pattern paper, I just took it on my scoreboard and scored a bunch of lines, kind of creating a beadboard effect. I do have an embossing folder that does this, wider lines, but the pattern paper is quite thin, so I really don't want to run an embossing folder over it because I was afraid it would crack it. I'm going to go ahead and add these last two snow globes, pop them up, and then go ahead and stamp out my sentiment from that stamp set, cut it with a circle die cut, and attach that. And that will be it for the 10 cards. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what your favorite card was. Definitely head over to Love from Lizi if you are interested in anything. Again, the kit, the stamp set, the snow globe stamp set is still available and adorable. So check that out. And thanks for watching. I appreciate your time that you spent with me. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.